This is question 3 from the 2022 reserve paper from CCEA for A2 Pure Maths. So let's take a look. Simplify as far as possible. So this is kind of two algebraic fractions, I suppose. So we're going to factorize this. That's the difference of two squares. We're going to factorize this kind of simple quadratic. We're going to flip this upside down and turn it into a multiply, and then there's a wee bit of factorizing then we can kind of take place, and hopefully a lot of things then will start to cancel. So this top one then obviously becomes 2x minus 5 upon 2x plus 5. This bottom one, I'm not going to do it here, but you can kind of do whatever way you factorize these. You should be confident enough at kind of doing that. 3x plus 2, and then I think that ends up being x plus 4. Now do you see what I'm going to do here? I'm going to turn this one here upside down, so I have the x plus 4 on the top. I can already see that's going to cancel out, and then there's a 3 comes out of that, which is 2x minus 5. That x plus 4 cancels with that x plus 4. The 2x minus 5 cancels with the 2x minus 5. So we're left with on the top 2x plus 5, and then on the bottom we're left with 3 upon 3x plus 2. Part B. Find in ascending powers of x the expansion of this up to and including the term in x squared. So we would want to rewrite this as x plus 3 upon x plus 2 to the power of minus a half. And we're going to then kind of take a wee look at this and expand then the whole thing out. So we need to kind of do a wee bit of rearranging, and then we'll tidy it up then from there. So let's see. If I write consider x plus 2 to the minus a half, that's the same as 2 plus x to the minus a half, and we're going to use a binomial to expand this out. Hopefully you've noticed there that that 2 needs to go. We can't have that in there, so I'm going to write that then as a big bracket. 2 1 plus x over 2 all to the power of minus a half, and so that then becomes 2 to the minus a half, and then 1 plus that, so we have 2 to the minus a half, so it's 1 over root 2 effectively, and then 1 plus x over 2 to the minus a half. This then is going to become 1 over root 2, that's what the 2 to the minus a half is, and then here I'm going to expand this out. Anytime I see an x, I'm going to exchange it for an x over 2. Anytime I see an n, I'm going to exchange it then for a minus a half, and do the first few terms then for that. So we have 1, then we have plus nx, so that's going to be minus a half upon x over 2, plus minus a half minus 3 over 2, all over 2 factorial, and then we have x over 2 all squared. That gives us 1 over root 2, 1. That's then going to be minus x over 4, and then a wee bit of working out to do here. So these two minuses are going to cancel each other out, and we have 3 over 4. Top times top, bottom times bottom gives me 3/4. If I divide that by 2, that gives me then kind of 3/8, and I then am timesing the bottom then by 4, so it's going to actually be 3 over 32 x squared. Plus, and we end up with that. So if we look back up then that the original from above, then our question becomes 1 over root 2 upon x plus 3 upon 1 minus x over 4 plus 3x squared over 32. I'm just going to keep the 1 over root 2 kind of sitting out the front. And we're timesing everything by x, and we're timesing then everything by 3. So timesing everything by x gives me x minus x squared over 4 plus 3x cubed over 32. Now incidentally, we're only asked here to go up to the squared term, so that's going to disappear, and then times everything by 3 plus 3 minus 3x over 4 plus 9x squared over 32. I'm going to tidy this up. 1 over root 2. So the number sitting outside the front, we have the 3. The x terms, we have x, and we're taking away 3/4 x. So that's then plus 1/4 x. And then the x squared term is, we have an x squared over 4, and we have a 9x squared over 32. So that will be 8x squared over 32, taken away from 9x squared over 32. So we end up then with plus x squared over 32. And then because the question says only go up to x squared, we can kind of disregard this one here. And that's then our final answer then to part B.